Well, good evening, children. I would like to say good evening and welcome. I thank you for being my host this evening. As you are aware, I have been here for some time. I've been here for considerable time. I have been listening to the proceedings, I've been watching, I have been evaluating all of the comments, what has been said, and more importantly, what has not been said, but what has been thought, what has been projected from your mental facility. We have that capacity, that capability, you know. We do not have to simply listen to your words or observe your actions. What I thought would be very appropriate to speak to you about this evening would be your personal power, which is your personal energy. Now, for the purpose of this discourse, power, personal power and personal energy shall be interchangeable. So we can, for the purpose of this exercise, consider them to be one. Now then, most importantly, where are you right now, not just on your pathway for this incarnation? Let us take that and place it to one side for the time being. This incarnation, we shall place that to one side, because what I want to talk to you about is your personal power, your personal energy throughout all of your incarnations, not just through all of your incarnations on this planet, on this level, on other planets, on other levels, but where you are, right from the time the Creator first breathed you forth as a spark of light. What I wish to talk to you about is the personal power that you are in your beingness, not your physicality, not one, not several, not at all, your beingness, your energy. You may call it your energy body. Believe me, it is not a body. It is far from a body. Certainly you do have what you may call aura body. You may have etheric body. And you do have, to a certain extent, in each incarnation, an energy body suited to the task at hand. But you are a complete energy, sovereign, individual energy, and that energy cannot be described, contained, it knows no parameters, it knows no boundaries. It is energy. It is power. Creative power accompanies it. Accompanies. Creative power is not the be-all and the end-all. If there was such a thing as the be-all and the end-all, it would be the power, the energy, the sum total of what you are. But then again, you depend upon the feed of the Creator's energy to enhance and expand your own energy. to the understanding of where those in human incarnation are at this point in their development as a totality, as a total race, as well as an individual. We have been watching individuals, groups, nations, and the totality of your planetary population. We have been watching as they learn, as they advance, as they expand, as they run, trip, fall down, and pick themselves up, drop back, and start all over again. We see all of that. We take it all into consideration. And if you were a reader of graphs, you would see where the human race has done this type of scribe, 3 steps forward and 6 steps back, 1 step forward and 1 step back. The human race has been doing this for eons of time. Now, the graph does not have such dramatic falls between the apexes and the valleys. They're closer now. Sure, you hit a high peak and then you trough. But the trough is not as much as what it used to be. And then you peak again and you trough, and you peak again and you trough. So if we drew that as a sound wave, it would be the harmony of the yin and the yang. Quite acceptable. Very much acceptable. There is never a time when we would expect you to have a graph like this, because that would signify to us that you have stagnated. If you stagnate, you become stunted. If you become stunted, you will eventually die. So, you must ever onward, ever and ever, continue to grow, advance, expand. Now, there is not a lot of drama attached to that, other than the drama that you place upon yourself. You do not need drama. And you certainly don't need self-created drama. What do you need? Understanding. Understanding. Because understanding and knowledge are twins. You cannot have one without the other. With knowledge comes understanding. Comes understanding, comes more knowledge. That is the way that you progress. I personally have been observing the process whereby you advance. I, as an individual power entity, have considered and taken counsel from others as to how best I can assist you to grow, to become, to expand. But before you come that, you must accumulate knowledge. When you accumulate the knowledge, then you also absorb, I did not say accumulate, absorb the understanding. You accumulate the knowledge, you absorb the understanding. Now that is not the end of the equation. What good does it do for you to have knowledge and understanding if you do not do something with it? You must do something with it. So, what should your pathway be? As well as your day-to-day physical step-by-step through your physical life on a planet of solid matter, as well as that, there is the power you, the energy you, the being you. And that is the important bit, because the step-by-step physical matter being is worth nothing. Nothing. You will drop that body at the appointed time. It will go back to whence it came, dust to dust. You have dropped many bodies. Some of you have dropped hundreds of bodies. And at this point right now, the sum total of all those bodies that you have dropped is worth zilch. The knowledge that you accumulated whilst you were embodied, and the understanding that you absorb from accumulated knowledge is what expands you, is what grows you, is what takes you ahead, lifts you up. Because, dear souls, do you know what the ultimate is for you? Do you know what the finish line is? The finish line is simply this. When you have accumulated all of the knowledge, absorbed all of the understanding, and used it for your benefit and for the benefit not just of other souls incarnate, but for other beings of power. So as you expand your light and energy, you are helping expand the light and energy of the other beings who are travelling through the same levels as you are. They are transiting the various vibratory levels. And if you could see, they would like a sea of lights, like lemmings headed for the cliff. All these beautiful energies are heading not for the cliff, but for the finish line. When you reach the finish line, this particular lesson plan is over. You will never ever need to come to this or any other planet or any other vibratory level lower than, don't take this to the bank, but the majority of you are going to a minimum of 5, I see several who are going to 7. I know some who are going to 9. But first, you must complete your task. You must accumulate the knowledge. Seek. Seek. You've heard that word, the seeker. Become the seeker. Become the eternal seeker. Continue to seek. Thirst for knowledge. Thirst for knowledge. Go within. Seek with a raging thirst. Call to your guides. Not just guides who you envision as a human-like energy or light. Call to your guides who hath not shape or form, because they are an energy being like you. They just are a powerful energy. And they just happen to be more advanced, more knowledgeable, more understanding than you. So they help you along your path. They encourage you to seek. They encourage you to seek the knowledge, absorb it, let it expand you, and with your newfound power, use that to radiate to all of the other energy beings, the other energy power points. Help them to surge ahead like the wave that breaks on the shore. Be the eternal wave heading for the shore. Seek the energy. See this around here, outside of your doors. Look upon your roadways and your buildings. It's an illusion. Seek not there. There is nothing there. It's an illusion specifically created to help you. So part of your acquirement of knowledge is coming to the realization that everything out there counts for very little. It's only there as an adjunct to, or to help support, the physical body. And you're not the physical body, you're a power being. However, for the purpose of this exercise, here, today, you are a physical body. That is only your facade. And your facade does have a persona, and the persona does have an energy plant, which is the ego, which carries you along, drives you along your way, through this incarnation. That is not what you're here for. You're here to sit quietly, determinedly, focus keenly on the acquisition of knowledge that is within. It is all within. However, we in the realms, we in the brotherhood, we understand how difficult it is. When you are embodied, we understand how difficult it is for you to access that knowledge within. And this is why say to you, open yourself up. Open. Open. Let your energy out. Let it shine. Let it radiate. Test. Touch. Feel. You have all the senses. Apply the senses to your energy. Talk to the other powerful beings who you call your guides, and rightly so, because they do guide you. Talk to them. Ask for a master. Ask for a master to come to you. Do you know how easy it is? Ask. Ask. You don't have to have feelings of unworthiness. Unworthy of what? Unworthy? You are a powerful energy being. So are the masters. It's just that they're a little bit more advanced than you. They're your brothers and your sisters. You don't have to feel unworthy. Ask. If you want to accumulate knowledge, understanding, and be able to use it to great advantage, the process is simple. It might be long, but it is simple. Now the simple process is sit still, get rid of the chatter, go within, sit quietly, ask, ask. Now please don't allow judgment to creep in. Please do not allow judgment to insinuate itself in this energy form. You ask for a guide, you ask for an answer, you ask for a master to assist you with a lesson, with knowledge, with an answer. And it happens. You may not feel wham when the master comes. You may not feel much at all. He will come. There's no guarantee that he's going to twiddle your toes and pull your hair to signal his arrival. He will more than likely come so gently as to be totally unnoticeable. So know that your guide, that the master, came in response to your request. Thank him. Don't judge, oh, he didn't turn up, I never felt anything. He did. He came. Know it. Believe it. Because it did happen. You ask, he comes, he helps. Sit quiet at the end of your quiet time. Give a thank you. Show your gratefulness. Show your gratitude. In this physical life, someone gives you something, you say thank you. In your spiritual life, the Master comes and gives you something, you say thank you. Good manners, is it not? Manners applies here, manners applies in the realms. So children, the object of very simply, please start now to let things of the solid matter world drift away from you. Do not worry, do not fear, do not concern. Everything will be handled in good time. Remember that the outcomes sometimes may not be to your physical liking, but it is all there as a lesson that you have sewn, knitted or stitched into this pathway. So walk your pathway. Try to let all of the physical world dissipate from your mind so that you may spend longer and longer periods of time in contemplation with an open mind that is receptive and absorbent. Open up. Be receptive. Absorb what comes. Thank the guides or the masters for bringing you that. Know that they brought it. Believe that they brought it. Know that you are advancing incrementally. Believe that you are advancing incrementally. There is nothing for you to do in this world of solid matter that is anywhere near as important as sitting quiet. Sit quiet. Now I hear you say, meditate. Oh, I can't do that. Of course you can. You do it when you're not aware of it. And the reason why you say, I can't meditate, is because you're not aware that you're doing it. It's simply a matter of where you're going to place that awareness. So where are you going to place that awareness? Within. Forget about this. Forget about the buildings, the houses, the roads, and the trees. Forget about that. Place yourself in the velvet void. Go within. Place yourself in the velvet void. Think nothing. If your mental is overactive, wait it out. Do you know it will go away if you do not acknowledge and place your awareness on what is happening in the mental body? It will get bored and go away. It will leave you in the velvet void. Peace, bliss, ecstasy. You are becoming your beingness. You are becoming, expressing your beingness while embodied. Then ask. Ask to be given knowledge. Ask to be given information. Ask for one of your guides or masters to point the way. Nudge you along. Steer you away from there and over to here. That is where your growth is. You're not here to grow as a physical body who goes out partying or digging ditches, the sweat pours off your back. absorbed all that, you'll come to the realization that you can use it constructively, positively, to propel your own advancement. And as you propel your own advancement, your slipstream drags other energy beings ahead with you. It gives them a wave to surf, to go ahead. The same as the masters will give you a wave to surf, to go ahead. So what is your task? Your task is simply to become the power beings. So that when you have accumulated all of that, and have expressed all of that, and have become all of that, you've crossed the finish line. It's all over. You move into a much, much higher role, a much, much higher vibration, where you will use all your accumulated and absorbed knowledge and information and ability to create something of extreme beauty for yourself. Why not commence building something of beauty here, now, right now. Start now. Start this evening. I trust that I have answered quite a few of your unasked questions this evening. It has been my pleasure. It has been my pleasure to be here. You have no idea how pleased the brotherhood is when we see souls coming for knowledge, because we know that they're on the right pathway. They're going in the right direction. And the little that we do to assist them is of benefit to them. And so, dear souls, I say thank you for being my host this evening, being the host of all of these brothers that you are unable to see or hear. They join me in wishing you well. I wish you love. I wish you love and light. Good evening, you beautiful